Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully we are live. Sorry about the couple of minutes later to the screen. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can see me, and I hope you can feel my vibe. And as you can see there, I am visibility specialist Jenny Kovacs, the queen of being seen. And rather than make this 20 minutes about me telling you all about my verbal CV, why don't we dive into the topic in hand? And today I wanted to talk to you about the sweet spot of visibility and how it affects you. I want to uncover a little bit about why it's important, why it matters, and what it is and isn't. And in order to do this, I thought I would take full advantage of this lovely sunny spot that I'm in. And I will check my phone to make sure that I'm actually seen on screen because I'm in a dodgy lighting area. Let me just see. Can I see myself? Can I hear myself? Does it even work? Am I streaming? Let's just quickly see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can see me a lot better than I can see you on the screen. So that's cool. Okay, so there are three main factors to know about and three main factors of things to be aware of when you're looking to be even more visible. Now, the good thing about this framework is that whether you're a business owner, whether you're a speaker, an author, and you're looking at getting your work out into the world even more, your message out into the world even more, or whether you are an employed professional, maybe you're an exec, maybe you're a co-founder or founder and you're in charge of running the ship, this stuff will work for you. Today, I'm going to lean more towards those of you who are business owners, freelancers, consultants, coaches, authors, and speakers. But if you're not within that camp, I would still listen to this because I think you'll pick up a lot of stuff that you can do. I'm going to talk about one of the quickest ways to hit that visibility sweet spot, and like I said, why it matters. So because I only want to be going for about 20 minutes, this is the second of three trilogies. Anything I don't have time to say, I'll come back same time, same place tomorrow. So for those of you that are catching this somewhere, maybe not sure how you're even seeing it, three places that you'll be able to watch these. One is on my Facebook page, which is Jenny Kovacs, the Queen of Being Seen, easily found by just typing in at visibility vibe without the S on the end. Or you can go over to LinkedIn and search at Jenny Kovacs and you'll find me there. Or you can go over to my YouTube channel if you prefer YouTube. And out of the gazillion Jenny Kovacs that there are in the world, mostly Hungarian, you'll find me by finding or typing in at Jenny Kovacs, as it says just there. You'll find me. So the reason that I share that with you is so that you know where to go back to and also where to send people to. If you're not a coach consultant and what you do is far outside of this sphere, but you know people who are that could use this help, then definitely send them over that way. By the way, if you are watching over on YouTube, if you subscribe to the channel, every time the lives or more content comes up, you'll be the first to be notified about it. You can make yourself a cup of tea, a nice drink, something to eat, and sit down and watch at your leisure. So if you do watch, whether it's live or on the replays of this, and you've got thoughts, comments, things to say, then like so many of you that have done before, and thank you so much for that, just type in the comments below. So I'm going to get cracking. I have got this open here, which is great because I can see what I'm doing and how much time I have. So if you're wondering why I'm standing here in front of a bar, it's kind of like a bar. This bank holiday, me and my friends and some members of my family, we all got together and we had a Met party, which is something that I'm going to just move this store out of the way. Something that is going to be like a yearly regular occurrence. We had food, we had drink, we had non-alcoholic stuff, we had alcoholic stuff, and the theme was British. And the reason that you haven't seen any pictures of this anywhere on social media was I didn't do it for social media, I did it for me, I did it for my friends. And part of the visibility piece is encouraging you to do the same. So let's start with the trifecta, if you like, the three key things to help you to be more seen. And whilst there are other things as well, we're not going to dive down into the specifics because we've only got like 15 minutes. We're not going to dive down into the specifics, but I'm going to go for the leverage point. By that, I mean the quickest way to get to these places, whether you've done it before, whether you've never done it before, whether you're looking to do it even more, whether you've just decided, I'm on it this year, I'm going for it, whether you are a 0-figure business looking to be a 4-figure business, 4-figure business looking to be a 6-figure business, 6-figure business looking to be 7, 8, 9, or anything else. I have worked with people all the way through those figures and parts of their visibility to help them to build on what they already do. So in order to talk about this, I'm just going to show you something. Now, the thing that I'm going to show you is essentially a Venn diagram, but it's part of my now trademarked Visibility Vibes system. And it was the thing, or the reason, if you like, that I realised that whilst I gave people these 5 solid pillars with little bits of things to do underneath, of course they're going to start cutting trees and grass outside. But whilst I gave them the 5 pillars with things to do underneath to help them to raise their professional profile, get their work out there, be more comfortable and authentic being seen, be able to give presentations that sell, to be able to be more of themselves online, to be able to bring their different selves online and feel completely unapologetic about it in the way that I just did. You know, no pictures about my private party. That's not sort of social media fodder. We need to be able to have the ability to say yes, the ability to say no, the ability to convey credibility, the ability to be visible, the ability to make an impact, especially to the people, the businesses, the causes that we want to make an impact to. And in doing that, if we know how to share our lives and not to share our lives, our stories and when to share our stories, finding the right tool for the right job, and being able to show up credibly and authentically while we do it is like visibility in a Jenny Kovacs flavoured nutshell. But that all sounds like a lot of moving plates. And the good news is that some of you won't need to do some of that stuff. Some of you will have already cracked certain pieces of that, and others will be looking to build and get stronger on other pieces too. So here's the thing that I want to show you. Oops. So I'm still here. I'm still live. This is not pre-recorded. This is what I like to term your ultimate visibility. So whilst in 2010, I created something now known as the Visibility Vibes System Framework, which is, as I say, now trademarked. It was 8 years later, like think about this, 8 years later, when I've been helping other people to, you know, put a little bit of, or sprinkle a little bit of magic in their message to articulate what they do, to get themselves out there, that I thought, hold on a second, this is a massively missing piece from the work that I'm doing with you. You know, you watching, you listening on the replay, and those of you, many thousands of you now, who I've worked with over the years or spoken to in audiences over the years too. What I had forgotten to tell people was why this was so important and why it mattered. And it was only when I was sat down, literally with a notebook, pen and paper, sketching the pieces out, and, you know, having referred to visibility being the glue that holds your sales and marketing together. And if you are a freelancer, a one-man band business, or a big conglomerate, you all need to be able to manage that sales and marketing and nail it in a way that serves the people who are kind of watching you, looking at you, looking for you. But I hadn't quite nailed why it was important. Of course, I saw the benefits of it because I saw people that had gone from literally never being seen, not having the confidence to put themselves out there, to kind of being here, there and everywhere, being in demand, which for some of them was quite kind of spooky to start off with. I did the things that we talked about in our call last week, and I've had 9 inquiries. I don't know what to do. You know, there's too much of it. To you know, very measured, and people having marketing teams, like head of marketing, and I work a lot with heads of marketing, marketing directors and their teams to have this all kind of be cohesive and work for the wider organisation too. So I was seeing this. And what I realised were the three things, and I'm going to share those with you now, and how you can kind of start to look at them, uncover them within your business, and implement them in the things you do. So A is your audience, B is the business, C is your credibility, and the V in the middle is the visibility sweet spot. A is your audience, B is your is your business, and C is your credibility, if I ever learn my alphabet. So what does that mean for you? It means that if you're looking to reach more people, to be in front of more people, to raise your professional profile, or to have people know more about the work that you do and how it affects them, it's so important for you to be able to know who your who is, like who's in your audience. Who are they? Where are they? You know, where do they hang around? Are they typically behind a screen? Are they typically out in the world? Are they typically juggling lots of balls and spinning lots of plates? Like, all of these things matter. And one of the quickest ways to get in front of those people, and I say get in front of those people because traditionally there's elements of sales and marketing which will teach you to throw out hooks, go out there, grab people, claw them, drag them in. And what I found was that for many business owners, regardless of the size of their business, sorry, cute dog alert walking past, regardless of the size of their business, it didn't work for them. It didn't feel good to them. It didn't feel authentic, and it didn't feel doable. That's the main thing. It's all well and good getting fired up by these inspirations, these messages, and then having to go off by yourself and work with your team, and not only for you to do it, but encourage them to put themselves out there. So audience, it's important to know how you're speaking to them and who you're speaking to. And I'm going to circle back round to audience in a second. So business, it depends what you want to do. And as I stream to you, I've been working with a client who's been looking at getting a couple of their projects out into the world, like literally from a starting zero, because what they did was these two projects simultaneously that they've worked on in isolation behind the scenes. There was no soft launch, no VIP wait list or anything else like that. Now they want to put it out into the world. So there's quite a lot of heavy lifting that we need to do to get out there. So we need to grow an audience for them. We need to identify what message is important to them. We need to look at the business element of it, because they want to be able to pay people to do things. They want to be able to sell one of their particular products, and they want to be able to sell the other product, but engage in an engagement point of view. So one of them, it's like transactional. The other one is engaging people, bringing people along with a bigger vision, which they are also in alignment with as well. So in order to do that, we need to look at the business of their business. So there's some sales stuff on there and a physical product, but there's also some sales stuff in terms of values, in terms of looking at what people hold dear and how to bring them along for the ride. And we can only do that when we know who our audience is, which is one of the places we start. We've got a really good idea of who they are as individuals. We've got a great idea of who they are as brands. We've got a good idea of who they are as influencers. We've got a good idea of who they are as businesses in general. So it means that we aren't wasting our time throwing things out to the wind and, just hoping that somebody will kind of catch it on the way down. We're looking very specifically, very strategically at who to go to. And the third piece of that credibility is around being able to demonstrate the greater good of the thing that you do. So many of you are passionate about what you do. Many of you have got this like fire in your belly to get out there, and many of you want to help more people in the thing you do, or bring more awareness of the thing you do, especially if you've got a physical product as well. So one of the quickest, best ways you can do that in being visible, which is why I'm specifically doing these series in this way, is on video. We're not talking about dancing and pointing. We're not talking about reels necessarily in this conversation. We're talking about how you can increase your ability to go out there on video. So just before we close down, I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to quickly tell you about a way that you can do that. And I'm going to give you some things to think about and to go off and do before, if you're looking at increasing your ABC. So this Monday, which will be Monday the 13th, depending on when you're watching this, I am going to be going through with a lovely cohort of very brilliant businesses, and I'm so excited about the people that are actually coming through the door for this round as well. We're going to be going through something called Confidence on Camera, and essentially, as long as you have got a Facebook account, even if you don't often use it, you'll be able to join a specially created private group, and we're going to go through 12 themes over 12 days. These themes have all got very specific reasons and very specific kind of, learning outcomes, learning objectives to help you to be more visible. But what I learned over the years is if I said to you, right, day one, tell us about your business. Day two, tell us the values that your business holds. Day three, tell us who you really are. It just makes you freeze and stop. That'll be the thumbnail that YouTube uses. You wait and see, something like that. So what I decided to do was look at the fundamental 12 things that you need to be able to do to show up on camera, whether it's a video, a live stream like this, a video pitch, whether you're speaking, you've got speaking engagement that's being held online, whether you're networking online, whether you are pitching your services, whether you're having a meeting with a corporate on Teams, or whether you're just showing up in a supportive, collaborative approach. There are so many ways these days that videos use, podcast interviews. A lot of podcasts now are videos, and people want to look and feel their best and most confident and credible when they're on video. So we take you through 12 themes over 12 days, literally like in 10 minutes, and less than 10 minutes, in 5 minutes. You can listen to the video theme, know what to say for the day, share that, and there are 12 tips too. As well as that, to support you through, because I know that people sometimes think, well, how can I use this in my business? So you'll have questions, you'll have, you might encounter a coaching moment where you might need some coaching, and also mentoring, because in the years that I've been doing this, I have made in excess of thousands and thousands of videos now. And I have also, I can kind of show you the way, because I also still speak publicly in person and also online. I can share with you the nuances between what you're doing and paid speaking and free speaking, because both serve a really good purpose, depending on the business and you and where you are in your journey. Now, if you would like to go VIP, I will put the link somewhere underneath this video. And VIP allows you to not only do those things and get access to the online group, but you'll get feedback on each of your 12 videos from me. You'll also get a private call with me personally, and we'll look at your creating your video content moving forward, again, depending on what you do. So if you're an author, the business that you've got there and the way that you show up on video might be different to somebody who's a parent coach, might be different to somebody who sells physical products, might be different to somebody who taps into spirituality, or maybe hands-on work like, masseurs, or it could be Reiki or something like that. You could be a hotel owner, and you could have founded an organization. So it'll be very different for all of you. But when you go through together in a small group like this, I tend to see by day 3 and day 4, people starting to actually enjoy how they show up on camera. So if that's you, look at the link somewhere around this video, and I'll post it literally after this has gone live. Click on, make your payment, go VIP. If you would rather go standard, contact me, and I'll send you the link for standard. And just to say, although it's £99 this time around, and it has been since I brought it back and revamped it in September, this actually will be the last time you'll be able to ever join Confidence on Camera at that price point. The standard basic rate will go up to £99, and the VIP will go up to £220 or £22 after this. So you need to really get in there. If you can get in there before we start on Monday, you won't feel like there's any catching up to do. You won't feel left behind. And more than anything, I want you to see how easy it can be to incorporate video into your day. Now, I could have gone upstairs to my office, with my lighting and everything else like that, but I knew exactly what to do to be able to stream from here. So I looked down on my phone. I can see on the screen that the lighting is perfect. So this is being done with no script, no tech, no editing, no directorship, no fancy angled cameras. I'm actually doing this from my laptop, but I'm going to teach you how to do it from your phone so that you can look like this. Weird looking at myself. It's like Inception, looking at myself talking to you. But most of you have got a smartphone and you take it everywhere you go. It means that when you're waiting to pick the kids up from school, if you're walking the dog, if you're going for a run, if you're on your way to the gym, on your way to the train station, at the train station, in a meeting, got a break, at a conference, that you can actually start to show people more about how powerful your work is for them and the things that you do. So all of that to say, let me finish off with sharing just a couple of different pieces. Oh, I've gone over again, 20 minutes now. Just a couple of different pieces that it's important to know. So one of the most kind of difficult things that people find when they're doing video is like, what shall I say? What shall I share? And that comes from not having the clarity to know where you're heading towards. So very early in the 12 days to confidence on camera, I give you a little exercise, which is actually a fun exercise. And people kind of go, this is easy. Is this it? And then they realize that it's a framework for setting up, well, what are you sharing? Who are you sharing it to? Why are you sharing it? So that's one of the things that we'll cover. And I'll perhaps kind of cover some more bits tomorrow. And one of the other things is really getting intentional on your outcome, on your intent for your audience or audiences, because I recognize that in this day and age, as much as the best marketers in the world would love you to niche down to just one person and doing one specific thin slice of something. For some of you, you have got a range of things that you do. And for those of you, you sometimes struggle with, how am I going to talk about it? Well, you can talk about all of them, but there's a way to do it. So as we go through the 12 days, I show you like nice little themes where you can talk about some of the stuff that you do, but in a very unusual way. And then towards the end, you can bring that all together for business as usual in life. And, for some of you, as you're going through the 12 days, you'll be like, okay, I'm in it for the 12 days inside the group, and I'm out in the world sharing my stuff simultaneously for those 12 days too. And then there's me, I do that. And then there's me watching all your videos, looking at feedback, looking at how you can create even more content and share that with the world. So all of that we'll be doing kind of together. And then I guess the final thing that I want to say is being descriptive. It's easy for me to say, here you are, buy this lovely glass of orange and lemon water. It really is. I know it looks a funny colour. Orange and lemon water. Taste it, see if you like it. Yeah, a bit more orange, a bit more lemon, in a nice glass, nice size pour. Plastic, blah, blah, blah. However, when you are consulting, when you are telling people about your workshops, your classes, your master classes, or it could be yoga classes, your programs, you have to describe not only the outcome for them, what they'll get from it, how they'll feel about it, but you have to describe the experience for them in a way that they understand. And many people don't, because they get hung up on the semantics of it. Oh, the yoga class is an hour long. We'll do some stretches. It's great for beginners, not so great for advanced or whatever the thing is. But we don't often articulate the magic behind it. So there's a couple of themes that we go through on the day where we talk about that. And then the final thing that I want to say on today's live is the importance not only of articulation. I don't mean that you have to sound a certain way, you have to lose an accent. And, in fact, a majority of people that I work with, English isn't their first language, which is kind of good news, because one of the people who has been in the 12 days to confidence on camera actually works with professionals who want to kind of embrace their English. So we've all got you. You're going to be in a safe space to talk about this. But the final thing, as I say, that I want to talk about is our ability to sell from the screen. And people watch other people sell successfully or badly from the screen and think it has to be done in a certain way. They think that they have to pitch, they think that they have to coerce, they think that they have to force, they think that they have to like impact, but not in a great way. Impact as in crash, not impress, not leave an impression. Or they have to validate themselves. Pick me, here's why. Well, I also share some tips and I talk about things that have perhaps stopped you from going out there, like the myth of speaking too quickly, the myth of connecting with people by using fancy language patterns, not necessary at all. And also the beauty and the gold in knowing where to look when you're doing a video, even if you're walking down the street with your phone, doing this, chatting away. It makes a difference to how people connect with you and engage with you. And I also have weaved into it ways to not worry about if no one shows up on your live, if it doesn't go viral, how you can still share. In fact, every time I do a trilogy like this and share a video, I have inquiries of people asking me, sometimes about the thing I'm talking about, sometimes about something else. And other times they say, oh my gosh, you helped me with this thing. It so inspired me, it helped me. And now look at what I can do. So all of those things to say, this is what we're going to cover. Now, what I would love you to take away from this particular video today are those three areas. Look at the three areas. Get clarity for yourself and who your audience is. Get clarity on your business and how you want to share your business. And again, if you're like an author, you want to sell loads of your books, for example. If you're a consultant, you'll want to sell lots of your consultancy service. So who are the people that you're selling that to, or who is the one person if you're very niche down? But don't feel like to join Confidence on Camera that you have to do that first, because when you come in there, like I say, we've got over the 12 days, we've got 6 Q&A calls, which on those Q&A calls, question and answers, you get to ask many questions. But also sometimes people ask a question and it will be like a group coaching thing where I will answer specific questions to draw out answers for you. And then also, if you want to be mentored, that will come up too. You don't even need to decide what that is. You come in, you ask your question, or if you can't make it live, you type your question underneath and I will address it live in the group. And you'll be able to kind of watch back and take your steer from whatever you need to do there. This is important to me because your voice matters. Your voice matters because I know that you have a burning desire to make a difference. I know that sometimes you feel frustrated that your messaging isn't maybe as clear as you'd like it to be. And sometimes you just want to get your stuff out there in the world in a way that has people know more about the work that you're doing. And sometimes you feel like, I can't go out there and be as authentic as I'd like to because there's just something that slows me down, pauses me or stops me. And then for another group of you want to kind of get out there, bigger, better, bolder, brighter in the world. And you want people to pay attention, to take you more seriously. So Confidence on Camera isn't about me coming in and tearing you down to build you up. It's about you doing you so that you can serve in the world in the way that you want to. Join us on the VIP edition. Link somewhere around here, or send me a message, as many of you do, and I'll send you the link or send you an invoice, and you can get ready to get started on Monday. The doors will open on Friday, but we'll get started on Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening, and thank you for sharing this. Bye for now.